August 12th, and we are up and running because not only do I have my kitchen to finish, but my bed is actively being delivered right now, and I'm so excited. I have been really taking some time to get some rest. It has been a very hectic week for me. I can't even ramble too much with you guys because I did not expect them to get here this fast, and they're here right now. They're bringing up the other boxes, so I can't even talk too much because I need to go sweep that room, wipe that room, so that they can start building my bed because they're going to build it for me before they go. So let's get to work. It is going to be a very busy, beautiful, and active day. So let's jump right into it.
No, we gotta go, babe. Take off them clothes, fresh out the shower, watching you get dressed to the
My bed is being built right now and it is so cute. So we're trying to figure out where we're supposed to put the headboard. Right now I'm loving it right where it is because it gives the room a more forward view, but it has drawers inside. So if it is that the drawers is going to make it too hard to open the next way, we may have to set it the other way, closer to the window, like here, which is not necessarily where I want it. I love the way how it's setting right now, but it's looking very much promising. I'm happy for that. So this is the finished bed. It is looking so cute. I was able to get them to put it exactly how I wanted. The drawers are right there, so it will be able to open because I have enough space. But this is not my room tour. I'm just showing you guys my bed as it is. You have to get so many things for the room so that it can come alive and look beautiful, and I don't have those things just yet. A very tall olive tree is going to look really beautiful right there.
Forever is never enough, babe. And we already started late. Don't wanna leave it up to fate.
It is unbelievable just how much trash you accumulate when you are moving. I just finished sweeping out the floor from all the stuff that was left over from the bed, and I kid you not, I mopped this floor more than anything since I've been here, and I'm sure I'm going to have to do it very soon again once I'm finished doing the kitchen and the bathroom because there are just so many trash everywhere. But at the same time, I'm very much happy for the progress that I am making. It is time for me to go ahead and sort out my kitchen. I got some help to do most of my kitchen already in terms of the packing out of my stuff. I know exactly what is to go where, so that way, now that I'm doing my kitchen decor with you guys, it is way easier for me to show you where everything is than to be filming and trying to figure out what needed to go where. And so it's easier for me to just show you guys now where I placed everything in my kitchen, and we can do the decor together, even though I went ahead and did a stage one already just to make sure that I had everything that I needed. So up this side is where I have all my baking items, as well as I have my tumblers, my meal prep bowls, just about anything that I don't use every single day. And this is above the refrigerator, so as you would realize, it is indeed extremely tall, but it is also very much reachable. I thought that was the best place to put those items because I can still get to them, but at the same time, they're kind of hidden in a little way because, you know, you don't bake every single day, which I hope to be baking very much more often now that I'm in this beautiful kitchen. But it is very much important for me to know where to find everything that I have. So that's for my baking items, my meal prep bowl, and my tumblers, just things that I can easily pull out my ladder and jump on. I try to keep this side to be more functional and everyday. So over here on this side, I have some of my very special bowls up there that I will be using for every day just the same, but I put away like my reserve ones at the extreme top. Those will not be used every single day, so I'm happy that I had that space up there to kind of put them away, but I know exactly where to find them because, as you know, it is not a good feeling when you're in need of an extra plate or so and you can't even find one to use. So I have all my extra plates up there. On the second shelf up top, is where I'm going to be putting my seasonal teacups and my everyday teacups. And then the last two shelves, which are right here, I'm going to be putting back all my glasses. These are some of the things I'm happy I got the help to organize, because you see how much easier it is now for me to share what is where with you guys. So on this side, I don't know if you can see it, so let me move the camera so you can see what is on this side over here. So over this side right here, I have my everyday items that I will be using. Up at the extreme top, I have my favorite of all favorite bowls. My matcha bowl was stopped up there and I didn't even realize. These are my very favorite plates. I just purchased this one from Sur La Table. All three are from Sur La Table, but I just purchased this one since I got here. This one is in the color Reactive White. It is really beautiful inside. I love them so much. So I have 3 different colors. That makes it a perfect set for me. These bowls are specifically for me for when I have my self-care night. And one of the major reasons why I only have 3, even though they have a lot more, is because one of these bowls is over $20 for just one. So I treasure these very, very much. I don't want them in the sight of everyday use, and that is the reason why I have them at the extreme top of my cupboard, because I don't want to break anyone, because if I break one, girl, I am not repurchasing it. So these plates are my everyday plates as well, but these are reserved for like breakfast and porridge, stuff like that. But these are my overflow, whatever I would need basket wise. I have those right here because I try to use those too, preventing me from having to wash dishes every single minute of the day. And then the last one down here is the everyday use, which have these very, very beautiful bowls that I purchased from Home Goods that we will be eating from every day. These are the exact same ones that I showed you that is at the extreme top of the cabinet. Those are just the overflow, as I said. They are really gorgeous and beautiful. These are the ones that I will be eating from. I love to eat from these type of plates. I'm very much more of a bowl type of woman versus just flat plates, even though I do eat from flat plates, but I prefer to eat from bowls that looks like this because I just feel like it looks more chic. I've had these plates for almost 3 years and never ever used them. They were in my storage because I bought them for my prospective cafe, but I decided that I could take them home with me. They are beautiful. I love them so much. I think they're from Mora Ceramics, right? I purchased these on Amazon. I remember when these just came out, and I think I paid like $30-something for the 6 of them. So I'm happy that I reserved them and I now have them to use in my home for my breakfast or the children's breakfast. And on this side is where I'm going to be doing my pantry. At the moment, I just have some random food items thrown down all over in there, just so that we don't starve here in the day, so I don't have to be running to grab food on the road every single day. Nothing fussy, just some really simple knickknacks, but that's going to be my pantry. We're going to be doing a whole separate video on my pantry, so we're not even going to get deep into that. And on this side of my kitchen is where I'm going to be keeping my everyday seasonings, very much in reach of where the stove is. So I already have all my seasoning jars laid out in here, but as I said, this is going to be a whole separate video where we'll be labeling and restocking and filling up our pantry as well as our seasoning jar. So these are all laid out right here perfectly already. And then on this side is where I'm going to be keeping all my utensils, stuff like my opener, my lemon squeezer, my measuring cups, stuff like these are very much easy to reach. You know, of course, every home needs a thermometer, especially when you're cooking steak. So I have those things all laid out here as already. And then I also have here this adjustable utensil drawer that I purchased from Home Goods, I believe, for this specific one. So I have this here laid down in the drawer, so you can easily find your spoon, your forks, your knives, whatever, everyday eatingware right there. It fits so perfectly inside of this drawer, so it's very much reachable, very much handy. That makes it very much more accessible for myself and the children when we need to grab any form of utensil or cooking items. So down here in the cupboard, I have just one cooking pot right now that I purchased from Home Goods for $12 because I literally have no pot here to cook anything. I also have a very tiny rice cooker. I have my juice jars that are still in here. I didn't bother to unpack those yet. And I also have my crock pot. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but that's my crock pot that I have right there. And then as I go along and I get like my very special elite pots, I will be packing them on the top shelf. That's why there's anything there, because I want to make sure that I have the space for those when I do go ahead and purchase them. So the only place in my kitchen that will not have something is these cupboards up there. A decor, that's a good idea. Knowing that fall is coming up and Christmas is coming up, I can have like my very petite kitchen seasonal decors right above the microwave, and that way I know that they're out of sight but at the same time very much accessible. So that's how I have organized my kitchen. So now I just need to offload the dishwasher, packing my glasses, and just get to decorating my kitchen. Finally I can decorate my kitchen, because I've been wanting to do it all week, but I have been saving it just so I could film it for you guys. So let's get into it now and finish off this kitchen and head into the bathroom, girl, because when I say today, everything must be done.
This isn't my life. Let's pretend it was a great night. Let's pretend that it was real nice. Let's pretend that it's a movie. Let's pretend that it's a story. Let's pretend that it was glorious. Cause that's where I do my best work. That's where I see my real worth. In fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world, yeah, that's where I do my best work. That's where I put myself first. In fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world, in the imaginary. Can you imagine for me? In the imaginary. Can you imagine for me? Let's pretend that it's a dream life. Let's pretend that it's a dream house. Let's pretend that it's all good vibes for once. Let's pretend that it's a safe place. Let's pretend that it's a safe haven, while the outside world just keeps fading. Oh, cause that's where I do my best work. That's where I see my real worth. In fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world, that's where I do my best work. That's where I put myself first. That's where in fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world, in the imaginary.
ahead and I just did a small refresh, and I'm going to be doing a little kitchen decor haul with you guys, so you can see all the items that I've purchased to intentionally decorate my kitchen. Now, if you hear any loud sounds going on, that's the air condition right over my head. You guys may not know this, but I'm strongly the type of person that loves to go for a modern contemporary type of home decor. I love to see the wood and the greenery and the naturality coming out in home decor. I don't necessarily like to see bright colors and gold and all those things. If you have been on my channel before, then you would see my previous apartment that it was very much giving black and white and greenery. When I do get my fresh flowers, that's where you see me incorporate any form of color into my home. But naturally, you'd see a lot of green, a lot of wood, a lot of white and black. And I'm going for the very same color scheme this time around as well. And I will be bringing out the chrome look that is in the apartment, from the fixtures and the door handles and so on. Those are all stainless steel. So I will be trying my very best to bring out the stainless steel in the home as well, to kind of give it some balance in the different earthy textures that I will be using in the home. You guys may not know also, but I'm a Virgo, which means that I'm a strong earth sign as well. I feel very grounded when it comes on to anything that has to do with nature. So you will find that in my home, you will be seeing a lot of nature and wood accents coming out, mixed in with the black and the white, to bring some form of contrast to the place. So let's jump right into my very intentional modern contemporary kitchen decor. Lots of wood that you guys will be seeing, but let's start off very basic, of course, and that is where I have myself a baking cookbook. Now, I specifically got this one because I love to bake. I grew up seeing my mother bake every single year, and I just always felt very called to baking as well. So I got myself a big bake book because I want to also include my children in baking on the weekends or sometimes during the weekday. If we have any little free time, I want to incorporate baking. My son Tyler is very big on baking as well. He loves the idea of doing his own little pastries. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I thought it was just pastries. So this is a Umbrian flatbread with mushroom, rosemary and patina. That looks so good. Oh my god, I thought it was just a book filled with pastries. I didn't even go through it to realize that it had these things in there. I think I made a good purchase with this one. So I guess it just comes with many different loaves and flatbreads and sweets. So this is a really nice book. I really love the fact that I got this one. Yeah, see, quick breads and muffins. So this is definitely a big plus, because I want to start baking a lot more of the sweet products that we eat. I personally don't like sweet items because when they make them at the store, they are just literally way too sweet for me. So I tend to not gravitate to sweet items. So if I make them my own, I would eat them versus having to purchase them from the store. But I mainly got this one because of the aesthetics of the cover. I also purchased this book holder. You can also use it for your tablet to put it on it like this on the table. This wooden rack for the book, I purchased this at Burlington, and this was for $5, girl. Literally $5. I also purchased this very cute lamp from Hobby Lobby. This lamp was for $5 also, but it has a little issue under the bottom where one of the springs is missing, and I'm going to get that fixed. Very happy for that. So I will be able to get it working, just not immediately. Have no problem with that because I know it will be fixed for sure. But it is so beautiful. I love the way how it has this very chic look to it. It brings a sense of coziness to my kitchen, but you can also see the nature coming out in it with the greenery of it. Love that for me. This is my absolute favorite color in the whole world. I love green. So this, I believe, will be a nice touch to my kitchen where it will help it to come alive and look beautiful and bring a sense of coziness, as I said, to the space, so that it doesn't look so rigid with all these earth tones and different textures that I will be having. This glass and wooden container that I have is actually a set from Target that I purchased. It was for $20 something if I'm not mistaken. It comes with 3 different sizes, but I specifically have this one that I will be putting on the countertop in the kitchen because I wanted to store like different tea bags inside of there. So it is an easy grab from off the countertop because it's going to be very close to my kettle, right above the cabinetry where I have all my teacups. So I will be putting my different flavor tea bags in here
so it's an easy grab whenever I need to have my tea. And those I will be setting on this wooden tray that I also purchased from Home Goods, and it was for $12. So this is the idea that I will be putting on my kitchen table in the corner that you guys will see very shortly. I believe that this will definitely give me that tea vibes, wanting to have something warm and cozy. I drink tea right through the year. There's no specific time when I drink tea, girl, so I don't mind that it is still summer, almost fall, and I will be diving straight into my tea just the same, because I love my tea and my matcha, non-negotiable whatsoever. Now these two plants that I purchased from Home Goods as well, I am so in love with them. What caught my attention most, it has like this semi-brown, deep burgundy color to the plant under the bottom there. And no, they are not real, they are folk plants, but they look so real. So I have two of them that will be going to the corner of my countertop as well, to kind of create that nice aesthetic look over there. And one was for $15. So I have two of these that will be going over the countertop to bring the entire space to life, because as I said, I want that nature feel, I want that grounding earthy feel. So adding these type of plants will definitely bring that out in the kitchen for me, for what I'm looking for. And of course, you guys know my Smith kettle that I purchased for my birthday last September. This September, I want to purchase the toaster to go with this. But when I speak about this stainless steel that is in the kitchen and around the apartment, this is what I mean. So I'm using the kettle as that base to kind of equal out the wood and the greenery and the black, by bringing in my kettle that is just plain stainless steel and white, in making the area feel softer and not so rigid, as it's a very masculine space. Also, another piece that I'll be using to equal out the earth tone colors is this soap jar from Home Goods as well. Oh, this kettle was from, while I believe you can also get it on Amazon, I purchased the kettle from from Williams Sonoma. I purchased this kettle from Williams Sonoma. It was for $279 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $279 I paid for this for my birthday last year. I will be purchasing the toaster, which is the exact same price, and it's the same price on Amazon, so it doesn't make a difference where you purchase it, because it's going to be the exact same price. So this will be going right beside my sink. I had to change out the top that it came with. It came with a black top, but I find that it didn't match the decor that perfectly, and it has the word soap written in there, which I think was so intentional and cute. This is a hand soap that will be placed directly beside my counter facet. Won't be necessarily using dishwashing liquid, because this time around I'm making sure to prioritize utilizing my dishwasher. In my last apartment, I used my dishwasher to store all of my dishes, because I didn't have that much counter space. But this time around, I am like, nope, ain't doing it. I will do every single thing in the household. The only thing that I do not like to do is wash dishes. I will cook, I will clean, I will iron, I will dust, I will mop, I will fold clothes, I will scour, I will scrub. But when it comes on to washing the dishes, I'm like, ugh, why do I have to get to this part? So I'm most definitely utilizing my dishwasher this time around. So I will be having my dishwashing liquid. It's just that it will not be like a staple piece on my countertop. I'm just going to be keeping this hand soap there. Less things to crowd the space, just put it that way. Now these are my absolute favorite vessels to store any form of simple things in. I have so many of them. These are also the same vessels that I make my candles in. I found these bigger ones. I have two bigger ones than these as well at Hobby Lobby, and I will be storing some coffee beans in these on my countertop. Now I don't drink coffee, but I find that it will still bring some of that earth tone into my apartment as well, and I have nothing against coffee whatsoever. So I find that if I add some nice coffee beans inside of these and just place them on the countertop, you will see exactly where they will go. It will also bring some more texture to the apartment to tie in the little black that I have here and there. And so these vessels, I will be storing coffee beans in them. I don't have the coffee beans just yet, but I will get those next week. So You guys will see when I'm pouring the coffee beans in these next week. Now I have a set of these dish towel as well. They come with 4 in the pack. I find that these 2 were the ones that I really like the most, and that is because they bring a sense of softness in the kitchen that I really found that it would need after having so much wood and the brown and the heavier textures. I find that these bring that soft tone to the kitchen that makes it feel like a woman is living here. If you guys just looking my background right now and just looking at this, how it makes the place feel cozy, even though it's not even yet in its rightful place, but you see how cozy it looks by just looking at it right here. So I found these at Home Goods. The pack was for $12 or $16 if I'm not mistaken. And what's a home decor without having a cutting board on your table? So I purchased this one at Home Goods as well. It was for $15, and this also will be an accent piece on the countertop. You guys will see where it will go. There's not much to explain about a cutting board. It's just a simple cutting board, but I must say a simple cutting board that took me very, very long to find, and that is because I wanted a specific tone to go with the entire decor. If you're not careful when you're purchasing wood accents, you would find that you'd end up with several different tones of wood, and I never wanted that. I wanted to stick to the exact tone that was built into the cabinetry into the kitchen. So it took me a really long time to find this, but I found it. Happy for that. As I said, it was from Home Goods. It was for $15, and this is going to also be an accent piece on my kitchen. It will not be used to cut meat, fruits, or anything of the sort. And I know you guys heard me spoke about coffee beans, but non-negotiable, of course. If you guys don't know what this is my matcha bowl, my absolute favorite thing in the world. This is my matcha bowl that will become an accent piece in the wooden part of the cabinetry that is exposed. Now that part of the cabinetry will become my wine display rack, and I will be using these to somewhat cushion the wines that I will be having in there up at that section as my wine display rack. Any time of the week I drink my wine. So my Stella Rosé in the flavor black is my favorite one, and as the time goes on, I will be creating a more intentional wine / bar section right in that open area of the cabinetry, and I know that's going to make it feel more elite and more grounded with those being exposed right there. So I didn't make a candle for my kitchen this time around because I wanted a specific jar to go with the kitchen. As you guys would realize, any little thing that I have that looks like a glass, it has this rigid texture. Anything that involves more texture, I definitely add it to the home. So I wanted to use this glass rigid texture candle from Home Goods as well. This one was for $9, well $10, $9.99, and I love the fact that the top is like this as well. It brings a sense of softness to the home. It balances out, as I've been saying, all the wood and the earthy feeling. So this one is in the scent Amber Saffron. Definitely smells earthy but fresh with a slight hint of, I would say, like lemon or zest, something like that. So I've been wanting one of these little match holder set for the longest while, and I finally found one at Home Goods. This was for $9 or something, I believe. I will be using this as a base for the candle, the match holder, as well as the masterpiece. So this is the masterpiece right here. It is so big I can't even see myself through it. So this piece is from Home Goods. It was for $60, and it is from the New York Botanical Garden. So it is a very special piece. It is one of a kind. There is no more like it. That I literally searched at least 4 different stores trying to find if there was another one like it, and there is literally no more. The only one that there is. So it was a very intentional piece that was created by the New York Botanical Garden. A very, very, very stunning piece. You can have this for fall, winter, spring, whatever time of the year you decide to have this. I will not be changing this for fall, neither will I be changing it for Christmas. So I'm like, it's worth it, because to buy one now just for the remaining of summer and then to have to buy one for fall and buy another one for Christmas, no, this would just be a one-time purchase that would fit all seasons. So it did work out eventually, so I'm happy that I got this. So I didn't bother to purchase a large trash can because where it will go inside my kitchen, I didn't want it to be like, oh my god, there's a trash can right in your face. So I purchased a I think it's a 4-gallon. Yeah, it's a 4-gallon trash can. This was for $30 from Home Goods. It's a trash can. There's not much there to explain. Stainless steel, that's as much as it is, bringing out the same stainless steel accents throughout the place. But that is that. And the last thing that I have that will be going inside my kitchen is my floor kitchen rug. So that's about it. It really took me a minute to put everything together in my mind and then to have it laid out physically as to how I wanted it. I had to do many trial and error so that I could get these intentional pieces to put everything together for my home. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's go ahead and do the full decor.
You come my way, my room is a mess. It could use a hand. My favorite TV shows are capturing. I know must get it right. Must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise. I think I'll let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night it's the same. I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know. I got used to avoiding the pain. I know must get it right. Must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise. La 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 la, Lux. La 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 la, la 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 la. I'm serving rich Auntie Chloe B. I know my job is a blessing, but F you. Take me. Rocks on my wrist, fur on my feet, setting the table in all the chic.